So basically, I have a stalker. If you don't know me, my name is Kayla Malik, and I'm a little TikToker. I do cute little story times on TikTok. So yeah, I'm basically Charlie D'Amelio, Chase Hudson, Bryce Hall. Like, I'm all of them. I am all of them. Anyways, so I think I have a stalker. I don't think I have a stalker. I have a stalker. So basically, to give y'all some more like information, I live in Indiana. If that doesn't explain enough for you, I don't know what will. You're probably like, oh, you're lying. Like, this seems so fake. I live in Indiana. Just think about that before you're like, oh, this girl's lying. She's a liar. No. So sit back and listen and then form your opinion. And then even when your opinion is formed, remember, oh, she lives in Indiana. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, I have a stalker. And there's been a lot of things that kind of like point towards the direction that I have a stalker and like really back up my hypothesis that I have a stalker. I have proof and like, I don't know, it's kind of a crazy story. So basically, the first sign that I had a stalker and that something was going on is this was back in the summer. Well, not the summer. This was like September, October, like around that month. School had just started. And it was some random morning, like a regular morning, and I had made a TikTok of me trying to go into my house. I'll play the TikTok like right now. And I'm trying to get into my house, and my doorknob, my literal doorknob fell off in my hand. I honestly just thought it was like bad luck, karma, like, I don't know, like something, I don't know, just like the doorknob falling off, like not a big deal, did not think about it. And I just like went on with my day, like, oh my God, my doorknob fell off. I ended up getting into my house through the garage, like it was no big deal. I made a funny little TikTok, whatever, not a big deal. So later that day, my dad gets home and he's like, Kayla, why the F did the doorknob fall off? Like, what happened? And, like, yelling at me about it. And I'm like, homie, I don't know. Like, I was just as confused as you are. Like, I don't know why the doorknob fell off. Like, you're really gonna blame that on me? I control doorknobs. Like, that's me. No, like, why would I know why the doorknob freaking fell off? So anyways, my dad, like, decides to take a look at the doorknob to see why it fell off. Oh my God, I'm saying doorknob a lot. But he starts to, like, look at it to see, like, why did it fall off? Y'all, the doorknob was completely bent, meaning that somebody had taken, like, a wrench or a screwdriver or, like, a fork, any piece of metal, and had tried to pry the doorknob off to get into my house. Let that sink in. Yeah, so basically, he took a close look at it. The doorknob, the piece of metal, that it was bent, okay? It was really bent. I don't know the technologies of doorknobs, but it was bent to where you could tell that somebody had tried to break into our house. So yeah, that was super scary. And when my dad said that, I got to thinking, and I was like, oh my God, because the night before this, like the doorknob thing, literally the night before, I was laying in my room and my dog like went up to the front door and was growling and growling, and all I heard at the front door was like scratches, like and like little knocks, like somebody was prying the doorknob off. But I didn't think to check because it's like too much. But like my house is also haunted, like my house is haunted as well. So I kind of just assumed it was like a little ghosty. And also I don't like to overthink things because then I literally can't sleep and I start crying and I freak out. So I was just like, oh, it's the wind that's knocking on my door at 10 o'clock at night. It's the wind that's scratching at my door. Or it's a ghost. It's Casper. Like, I'm not going to tell myself that it's somebody coming into my house to kill me because that's gonna freak me out. So first part to this little stalker story, point number one, somebody tried to break into my house and try to pry the doorknob off of my door. So that happened. I was scared. I ended up not sleeping at my house that night because I was so freaked out. Literally like 2 nights later, I'm not sure of the exact dates, but like a couple nights later, no longer than 3 nights later, I'm having a fun day. I'm having a great day. I get home at like 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I don't know. I get home and I'm walking into my house and I like scroll down on my phone to where you can see all your notifications. Tell me why I saw a notification saying an AirTag has been following you, something, the owner can see your location. An AirTag had been following me since like, I think it said like 5:37 p.m. Like an AirTag had been following me. And then I click on that notification and it shows a map of everywhere I had been since 5 in the afternoon. It showed me getting coffee. It showed me going to my friend's house. Most importantly, showed my house and me going home. AirTag on my car. An AirTag on my car. So rightfully so, I'm freaked out. Now, as I'm getting this notification, I'm home alone. I'm home alone and just got a notification that somebody has my location and bought a $50 AirTag and put it on my car only to follow me. So that night, I like went on TikTok live and I was freaking out. And people were like calming me down because that's what I needed, was like somebody to like calm me down. Like, Kayla, it's okay. So I went live on TikTok and I'm pretty sure I made a TikTok like right away. Whatever, like I posted about it. So like if something happened to me, like y'all would know. I don't know why I'm like being so sarcastic because this is literally terrifying. Sorry, this is like how I cope. This is how I cope. I like make funny little jokes and I laugh and I smile, but on the inside I'm... Anyways, so yeah, I'm home alone and I find a freaking AirTag has been following me, okay? Words cannot describe that fear. Like, okay, picture this. You're sitting at home, you had a lovely day, and you lay in bed, and you're like, oh, I wonder if Justin texted me back and opened my Snap. Oh my god, I wonder if Justin texted me. Let me check. Oh my god. Somebody's been following me since 5 p.m. and knows where I live, and I don't know who this is, and they're trying to kill me. And I'm home alone. And it's dark outside. Because, to be honest, if it was sunny outside, I'm fine. I'm literally fine if it's sunny outside. What you gonna do? Like, I'll see you. But when it's night, no. No, I don't play. I don't play when it's nighttime. So yeah, I basically ended up crying myself to sleep that night because there was nothing I could do, and I wasn't gonna go outside of my house at 10 o'clock at night to check my car for an AirTag. Like, I wasn't gonna do it. I was too freaked out, and I kind of just, like, tried to forget about it. I may have missed a part. So, to calm myself down, I had like 3 hypotheses. I had 3 hypotheses. I had 3 hypotheses. I had 3 hypotheses. I had 3 papadillas. Number 1 being that my dad tried to secretly put the AirTag on my car to see where I was going, okay? So the thing that made this papadilla not like believable was that my dad uses Life 360. We've used Life 360 before. Like, if he wanted to know where I was going, he could have been like, yo, download Life 360. Like, he doesn't do stuff sneaky. Like, he's not a sneaky dad. Like, he'll literally straight up be like, yo, give me your location. Yo, let me go through your phone. Like, he's not sneaky like that. So that was my first papadilla and first reason why my papadilla the reason why my first papadilla wasn't flowing. My second papadilla was that one of my friends was trying to pull a little prank on me. One of my friends was trying to be a little prankster, make me laugh, make me giggle, make me cry. Now, the reason that this papadilla doesn't really make sense is my friends have jobs. They're not broke, they're not poor, but they're not like so freaking rich that they're gonna go out and spend $50 on a piece of plastic to put on my car and prank me. They would spend $50 on clothes or food or gas, not to buy a tracking device and scare me. If they wanted to prank me, they would literally catch my house on fire and be like, it was a prank. And my third papadilla was that somebody was coming to my house to kill me. The reason why this papadilla wasn't believable is that in my mind, I'm the main character and I can't die. So like that can't happen. Anyways, so I kind of just focused on the 2 main papadillas to like fall asleep, but I did cry myself to sleep. I was obviously terrified, petrified, because you know, like, I don't want to die. Like, who wants to die? And why would I want somebody to know where I live? I wake up the next morning, and to be honest, I, like, kind of forgot about it. I, like, kind of just, like, oh, why are my eyes puffy from crying? And then I went back in my notifications, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's why. I get ready in the morning, like, the next morning after I found the AirTag, and I make a little TikTok. I'll insert it right here. Before this video even happened, I did talk to my dad about the AirTag. He told me straight up, Shawty, no. If I were to track you, I would have asked for your location, which is exactly what I thought. So yeah, my dad basically told me straight up, like, if he wanted to know where I was, he would have told me to give me his location. So I record that TikTok, and literally immediately after, I go outside, because it is now daytime, so I'm not scared. I go and I check my car out for an AirTag that somebody had used to track me. So I'm outside for like 30 minutes looking for this AirTag. Like, no joke, I'm out there looking through every crevice in my car because I wasn't like just now hearing about AirTags. Like, I had seen multiple people post about being tracked with AirTags on their For You page. So like, I'm taking tips. I'm like, where did you find your AirTag? I'm looking in all the same places. I'm reading comments on TikTok telling me where to check. I'm checking everywhere. And after 30 minutes, I'm about to give up, y'all. I'm like, I cannot find this AirTag. Like, I might just live my life with some random person knowing where I'm going 24/7. But then, by the grace of God, after 30 minutes, in the corner of my eye, I see a little white circle in the side of my license plate. Sure enough, I take it out and it was an AirTag. When I say I kind of wish I didn't find it, I kind of wish like I never found it and it was just like a glitch. Like, I don't know. It was worse actually finding the AirTag and knowing like, whoa, this is real, than not knowing if it's real or not. Like, not knowing where the AirTag is. Like, probably like, no, I would want to find the AirTag. No, you wouldn't. No, I can tell you right now, no, you wouldn't. Here's a TikTok of me finding it. So yeah, I find the AirTag, and at that point, I call my dad. I tell him, and he's like, yo, Kayla, we're gonna talk to the police. This isn't funny. We're gonna talk to the police. So we call the police, and they're like, oh, so sorry, like, there's nothing we can do, but you can disable it. Like, we heard about that. Like, disable it, stop your location, yada yada. I was like, great, there's nothing we can do. Like, we're literally screwed. There's nothing we can do. They told us we could call Apple. Nothing happened with that either. Like, there was literally like nothing we could do. So I just disabled the AirTag, and that was that. But that's not that to that with my stalker. So yeah, find an AirTag on my car. I feel like I really like brushed through that. Like, oh yeah, so like I found an AirTag on my car and somebody's like knows where I live. No, it's just like I can't freak out about it anymore. So anyways, there is another part that like adds to this. I don't know how long after this was. I don't think it was like really long after the AirTag situation. I think it might have been like a week or 2 weeks, like the longest 3 weeks away. My sister had came into town to visit and hang out with me, and I was so excited. And one of the things we wanted to do, because it was right around Halloween, was to get pumpkins and carve pumpkins. A cute little activity that's not violent, it's harmless, it's so like, what's the word that I'm looking for? Wholesome. It's so wholesome. We go to Walmart and we go to pick out the pumpkins. Forgive me if you had watched the video and I'm kind of like saying things different. Like I said, this was around Halloween and a lot's happened. A lot's happened. So if I like missed something, I'm sorry. Like, I posted a TikTok about it. I'm sorry if one or two little details are different. So we walk into Walmart and we're by the pumpkins, and I noticed this dude is like lurking, like a little lurker. And being a girl, you know when somebody's lurking, you know when somebody's up to their funny business, up to no good. So immediately I got that vibe. And by the way, if I left this out, I was at Walmart with my two sisters, the one that was visiting and the one that I live with. So I'm like, like I felt him lurking. So anyways, I think we had a cart and we put the pumpkins in the cart. That is like so irrelevant. At this point, we were going around the store to get paint to like paint the pumpkins, and we don't really know where the paint is. So we're kind of like going in and out through like every other aisle, just looking for the paint. As we're going through each aisle, in and out the aisles, you know, looking around, I noticed that this man who was watching us get the pumpkins is somehow going into every aisle we are, which is weird because why are you also going into every single aisle at the same time that we are? Red flag. So finally we get to the paint aisle after like weaving in and out. Like, y'all, I'm talking, we must have been in like every 20 lanes, and this dude was in every single one. Finally get to the paint aisle, and we're at one side of the aisle and the dude's at the other side, so we're like apart. We're sitting there like looking at paints, taking our time, because paint is low-key expensive. It's like $5 a bottle. So I'm telling my sisters, because I was the one buying the paint, I'm like, figure out what paint you want to use so I don't get a bunch of colors that we never use. So we're sitting there like taking our time, looking at which purple's better, like grabbing all the purples, digesting each purple, like looking through the paint. As we're doing that, I like keep looking over at this dude because I sense him. And I keep looking over, and this man is like slowly getting closer. Red flag. Oh, I noticed that this dude is like slowly getting closer. Like it's the movie Jaws, like Donna. Very slow but steady. So I noticed this, and I just tell my sisters, I'm like, get whatever paint you want. I don't care. Get any color you want. We have to check out. And they're like confused, like, dude, like really? That's weird. Like, why are you freaking out? And I'm like, get any paint you want. Like, I'm like, just like throw it all in the cart. Like, I don't care. So they get like a bunch of paint, they put it in the cart, and I'm like, let's go. And we like speed out the aisle and we start walking to the self-checkout. Okay, now at the Walmart that I live by, to get to the self-checkout, there is like a clothing like aisle next to the self-checkout. I wish I had a picture, but like clothing and self-checkouts like right next to it. I'm the clothing aisle and you're the self-checkout, like that, okay? And walking to self-checkout, and this dude is behind us. But he had nothing in his hands. He wasn't buying anything. He had nothing. No paint, no food, nothing. Like, just walking around, following us. So I'm like, So we're walking to the self-checkout. As we're walking there, the dude's behind us. And we're like kind of walking pretty fast. And at this point, my sisters still don't know about this dude. So I'm like, yo, let's go, let's go. And all of a sudden, one of my sisters like stops and she's like, oh my God, look at this stuffed animal. Because the stuffed animal was like, it was a funny stuffed animal, okay? So we stopped dead in our tracks and like we're looking at the stuffed animal laughing. And as we're doing that, the dude like walks in front of us, realizes that he's now in front of us, so he's not following us, and goes into the little girl clothing section. You're probably like, why is that a big deal? This is a full-grown man. I'm talking 40 years old. He doesn't have kids. There's no kids with him. And he's doing like the shopping, like you can tell he's fake shopping. Like he's like, oh, like looking at it like, oh, you know what I mean. You have fake shopped before, like fake look at something like, oh, I might buy. That's what he was doing, and it was so obvious. So I'm like looking over at him, and as that's happening, I whisper to my sister, and I'm like, you see that guy over there, like looking at the clothes? Yeah, he's been following us around the store. And my sister's like, I know, I've noticed it. And I'm like, okay, good, we're on the same page, yada yada, good job, you guys are not stupid. So I look at them and I'm like, okay, let's run to the self-checkout. We get our stuff and we need to sprint to the car. And if that dude is outside waiting for us, we're gonna have to get a worker to walk with us to our car. We're like, okay, deal, bet. Go to the self-checkout, and I kid you not, this man goes to the self-checkout with us. Like I said, he has nothing. What are you buying? Like, it's so oblivious. So we're sitting there and we're taking like our time scanning these items to see like what his next move is. And since we're taking a long time, he's like, I guess he figured up, screw it. So he walks outside. At this point, we're all like, oh my God, he left, like we won, woohoo, we won. So we scan all of our things, we get our pumpkins, we get our paint, and we take the cart outside. As we're walking outside, guess who's standing by the exit of Walmart? Little old creepy man, little old creeper, is just standing there like he was waiting for us. In this moment, when I say I was about to poop my pants. So at this time, I had like mace on my keychain. I grab my mace like in my hand, I open it, like finger on the trigger, ready to spray. And I like hold it and I just look at him and he looks at me. And he just walks back inside. I firmly think that pepper spray saved my life. But anyways, I posted that story on TikTok and a lot of people were like, do you think that was the guy who put the AirTag on your car? The guy who tried to break into your house? The world will never know. I personally think that like it kind of makes like a firm timeline of how like this all happened in the same month, like a week apart. Like someone tried to break into my house, AirTag on my car, and then guy tries to kidnap me at Walmart. I don't know, but I've never seen this man in my life besides Walmart, so I don't know, it's weird, it's scary, but take this as you will. I firmly believe that I have a stalker. After listening to this, tell me what y'all think. I want to hear y'all's opinions. Do you think this is the same person? If this is just 3 different people, like doing 3 different occasions, like, do you think, I don't know. Do you think I'm crazy? And even if you've watched all this and you think, oh, you're just lying, you want clout. Do you remember what I said in the beginning of the video? I live in Indiana. Now rethink everything. But anyways, I love you guys so much. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm gonna try to be posting on YouTube once a week again. I said that 5 months ago, and I haven't posted in 5 months. So I'm actually gonna try this time, I swear, because listen, the reason I didn't post, I'm going to try to make this quick, is because I had a camera. The camera sucked, and then I was, like, stressed because my videos looked bad on the camera, so then I didn't even want to, and then it would, like, die really quick, so I didn't even want to film YouTube videos, but now I'm using my iPhone, and I feel, like, happier. So, yeah, I'm also going to try to edit this on my iPhone because I had a $400 Adobe, like, purchase, like where I bought the app Adobe, and I hated it, and my subscription got canceled because it's been a year since I bought it. So all right, Anyways, so yeah, I'll be posting more again. I really like YouTube. And yeah, so, okay, don't move to Indiana, otherwise you'll get stalked. Also, I don't know. My face is so greasy.